Jeremy, why don't you get us started by explaining exactly what a cell phone is?
A cell phone is a portable telephone that uses cellular network technology to make and receive calls. As long as a phone can transmit a signal to a cellular network, it is a cell phone. There is some confusion about whether cell phones are different from smartphones, but technically every mobile phone from the latest Android and iPhone to the simplest feature phone is considered a cell phone because they connect to these networks. Cellular networks are broken down into thousands of geographic locations that overlap. These locations are called cells. At the center of every cell is a tower that devices within the network will connect to automatically. The tower receives data from the connected devices and then sends the data into the network. Every tower has a base station which is then responsible for directing where the signal will be sent.
The cell phone has come a long way from its humble roots. Released in the 1970s, the cell phone has gone from being a luxury item to a must-have. It is so ubiquitous that it is said to have 100% market penetration across the globe.
Was there a turning point to where they really took off?
The cell phone has increased in functionality a great deal over the years. But starting in the early 2000s, the cell phone became the smartphone, like the Droid or the Android, allowing users to listen to music, play games, communicate with friends and family, or make videos like this one, all from a small device in their pocket. Now that you know the history of the cell phones, let's take a minute to see who uses them.
Well, that's a bit of a loaded question. You see, the demographics of cell phone users has drastically changed throughout the years. When cell phones were first invented, they could cost upwards of $4,000, and really only wealthy businessmen could afford them. However, today, over 50% of Americans own cell phones.
So Jason, what changed to make them so accessible to everyone else?
Well, a lot has changed. You see, the only common feature that cell phones from the 70s and 80s have with the cell phones of today is the calling feature. Today, companies have added features such as cameras, texting, even games, and the internet to cell phones. And now, it's easy for someone to buy a cell phone because they're much cheaper because of the competition between companies to increase the market. And now, people from all walks of life own cell phones. So Christian, can you tell us a little more about how cell phones work?
Let's not get into the mechanics of the phone. Instead, how does a phone work to your advantage? Well, let's picture a phone as a pocket-sized computer. That one is very user-friendly, can be used by anybody of any age, and two, can be modified to suit your daily needs with the help of applications. So applications, also known as apps, are software programs that can be downloaded onto your phone, and in short, they can emulate a lot of your daily activities or devices used on a daily basis, such as a calculator, daily planner, or even a flashlight, or shopping at Amazon. That way you avoid having to carry a backpack or having to go to the store all the time to get those things that you need. So Madison, are there any issues surrounding the use of cell phones?
Using your cell phone while driving is something we are all guilty of doing. Unfortunately, it is extremely dangerous. The latest statistics suggest that texting while driving makes you 6 times more likely to get into an accident than driving drunk. It's no wonder why 1 in 4 accidents in the United States are caused by distracted driving. Another key area of concern is something called cyberbullying. This is when somebody is harassed on the internet, oftentimes on their cell phone or by somebody using their cell phone. Social media use is so pervasive nowadays, it's really difficult to escape this kind of torment because it can follow somebody anywhere. Some other areas of concern include things like stunted social development, potential health risks related to the increased use of cell phones, and also cybercrime. Chris, what do you see the use of cell phones in the future?
With any technology, it can be difficult to predict what that next big breakthrough is going to be. Now, some experts are saying that for cell phones, that next breakthrough is going to be in voice recognition. We already see that most devices are equipped with some sort of voice control, such as Apple's Siri or Google's voice assistant, but we're going to see more and more applications coming to market with voice control features built in. As the technology becomes more refined, consumers are going to be able to do more and more without ever having to use their hands.
Are cell phones being used in other emerging technologies?
Yeah, actually, some experts are pointing to cell phones as the way to bring virtual reality to the masses. Now, most virtual reality headsets are running for a few $100s right now, but you can buy a kit for as little as $5 that will convert your cell phone into a virtual reality headset. I think the future of cell phones is less about bringing more features to the devices and actually more about using the devices themselves to power this next generation of technology.